Since you have asked for time.
Why did you mention chartered comrade? I will go on strike here and now.
Please.
Order.
Again, I apologize for coming late. I have been briefed by my colleague here.
Why are you doing this to me? I will suspend you from the committee.
And I will second. My colleague here has briefed me that the MD said he wasn't familiar with the issues, etc., etc. And he even suggested that there should be a joint committee of this committee and its management. I hold the view that the GMD held this committee didn't have respect and regard for this committee.
He apologized.
Okay. He apologized, fine, but it does not change the fact. When you have, if you kill and you say, I'm sorry I hurt you, the fact of the hitting remains. But we can take a lenient view. But I want you to understand that, I don't know if that was mentioned to him. You have a legal department. Let them take you through the relevant provisions as regards to the setting up of Public Accounts Committee. In framing that constitution, the Nigerian people said they do not want someone from the ruling party to chair this committee because they want to guarantee transparency. I emphasize, they want transparency. They don't want a committee that will be in bed with an offender. That is why I am not eligible. Anybody in APC is not eligible to be chairman of this committee. That tells you that the committee was empowered to say those things that government may even want to hide. Number two, Senator Babangida has said it, and I don't think it is something that is new to you. After all, I will be surprised if you are not already dealing with some of the liabilities as well as benefiting from the assets of NNPC when you took over. So the fact of being new does not offer you any shield whatsoever. I think like most Nigeria big men, you thought that these senators, what do they know? Send your second hand or third class or whatever officer to go and meet them, these politicians. I know the way some people work, they are technocrats. There is nobody here who doesn't have techniques. I need to say that. Number three, Mr. Chairman, I am unable, I don't know the ease with which you grant apologies. Is the MD saying, did he say to you that all the people who he sent once, twice, or even 3 times to represent him, they were not in a position to brief him about the issues before this committee for which they were being invited? They didn't tell him. So how can he play that he doesn't know what the issues are? Which means he sent us people who have no consequences. You want, pardon? Apology also subscribe for that, because if you are not available and you have to delegate someone, you delegate someone who is in a position to communicate your position and defend the issues. So to have sent people who are not able even to tell you what the issues are, and you are learned, you are hearing, you are now it's only now that you are getting familiar with the issues. For me, it's completely unacceptable. In fact, our lawyer, I will say it's vexatious and it's liable to serious sanction. So I want you, MD, that you have an advantage. There is no reason for you to be afraid unless you want to continue with business as usual. And Nigerians are aware that the reason for your appointment was to effect a change. It's not that the other gentleman had become 60 or 65 and therefore he retired. The appointing authority wanted a change, a clear departure from the old order. So I thought that you'll be quite excited to have the opportunity to see this committee and say, this is what I met, this is my take from it, and to reassure the committee that going forward you will not do that, but that does not excuse any wrongdoing that have been done. we have to decide, based on the Constitution, what to do with those who might have committed serious offenses. But most Nigerians believe, there was a time, Mr. Chairman, sir, Mr. Chairman, there was a time somebody said, a high-placed person in government, that Nigeria has become the parastatal of NNPC. NNPC is the country. Because they do whatever they do, they withdraw fuel where they want to withdraw, they hack up where they want to hack up. That's of Dangote, those abuses and arrogance are now moderated, and you are now more humble in dealing with your mandate. For me, sir, I think it is wrong of him to request that we should join him to help him do his work. We are not auditors.
No, that's not the request.
Okay.
That's not what he said.
What did he say? The job committee, what was it meant to do?
That's
what I'm saying. I am not saying what we have agreed. Look, I listen. When you come late, you can benefit from someone who come earlier. I'm saying there was no basis for that assumption. We are not trying to form a cooperative between a public account committee, which is supposed to be transparent, and we are not even allowed to sit with you in private. Along, your money, please. And us. So, however, purely out of chairman's goodwill, but not based on the merit of your request, that we can decide how many days he thinks he needs. And I don't think, before we make the decision, Mr. Chairman, I think it will be helpful to ask him how much time he thinks he needs, so that when an agreement is reached, there will be no excuse on his part not to appear. So I don't think we should fix a date, which he may say in the end that it was not enough. Because if you have that volume of money not accounted for, and he has to interface with the auditors, only he knows the amount of time he will need, provided he doesn't assume that that time will be so long as to be such that our tenure would have expired before he comes before us. But let me congratulate you, because when I heard of your appointment, those who know you told me you are a true guy, you are very competent for that job, you bring a renewed commitment to leadership of the place. But then, when we call you here, you were not showing up. I called those people and said, are you sure that the man understands that his own kind of GMD is not like Dangote? Because this is public funds, it's Nigeria Incorporated. And the chief executive of Nigeria Incorporated is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Any other GMD is only in the manner of speaking, because it's public fund. Everything. You don't have 1 naira share in that business. The shares belong to the 250 estimated Nigerians. So that would be my comment on this. Take your time. Tell us how many days you need. Mr. Chairman, we listen. If it's reasonable, we oblige. I don't want us to impose a time frame that may turn out to be unrealistic.
Senator Dafinoni, yeah, let them introduce themselves then.